The Frontline with Kwikwanan, only on CTV. The Frontline with Kwikwanan, only on CTV.
The special prosecutor Kisi Jabin continued to mount pressure and justify Ken Ofori-Atta being a wanted man and a fugitive. He says procurement of contractors and materials and activities and payment in respect of the National Cathedral project are matters of concern. Mr. Kisi Jabin has vowed to go all out to pursue Mr. Ofori-Atta to respond to allegations on financial misappropriations and corrupt-related issues, despite the growing concern about his modus operandi. Tonight, we take a much closer look at the developing story. I am Kweku Anan, and of course, I'm coming to you live tonight from the very HQ here in the studios of CTV and across dozens of stations speaking the feed tonight, including our very own, live in Sunyani on 88.1 FM. And we are live in the Western Region on Tadi 99.1 FM. And of course, in London, the feed is on GOB. The feed is on GOB, on TuneIn and modernghana.com. And still on GOB, they are picking it also on www.gobtv.tv plus Apple Music. Tonight, we're also live on the very highway, the biggest highway ever on the information superhighway on my CTV GH and the Frontline Ghana. Please subscribe. My CTV GH and the Frontline Ghana. The Frontline Ghana. Subscribe. Plus the interactive segment on the WhatsApp line 020-297-3461. 020-297-3461. Promise all messages will be read for you tonight, folks. We are back tonight, Monday, yes, 17th of February 2025, the year of our Lord. And I'm quite sure all of you, if not many of you, are following up on this very developing story, quite, blazing all across the information superhighway on radio stations and television. I mean, it's a running issue. Within every minute or second, I'm sure every station is talking about something. Every minute to minute, second to second, a radio station or a television station or social media is talking about this individual. And who is this person? The former finance minister, Ken Ofori-Atta, is a wanted man tonight. And of course, the special prosecutor, of course, has stamped a full stamp tonight. And I'm sure you've heard of the breaking news tonight. The breaking news is that the special prosecutor finally has declared red alert on the former finance minister, Ken Ofori-Atta. Red alert is on Ken Ofori-Atta wherever he is and whichever corner he's hiding. Tonight, he is a wanted man. And anybody, any institution, agencies, whoever, can cause his arrest. Folks, the breaking news story, Ken Ofori-Atta has been declared on the red alert, a wanted man. And I'm going to give you all the details. Folks, I'm sure many now, if not all of you know what is happening on the very finance minister in the ex-Wa Akufo-Addo's government and what the special prosecutor has said to us and what he's looking for as far as Ofori-Atta is concerned. Folks, tonight, we are going to go into details. Is the main topic, is the very issue tonight we are grasping with. And of course, we want to zero down in a much perspective to see what brought about all this and why the national security has declared the former finance minister, a manhunt. The special prosecutor is also on him. So many things happening. Folks, it's not a joke, right? Call a friend, call a brother, call a sister. We sit here tonight, we look into the issues. For me, I do not think this is about what one can call a man hands. There isn't anything like man hands here. No, not at all. It's a clear state of we are looking for what we are to look for. Folks, let's get started. Right. Minim se wo hoye boni bi ani wakwem. Yeah. Asemo eda pono so na no wodne. Eno ana na dwe eda me pono so. Minim dia wono ewo wadwene so. Bara anadwi esuma me no obesum ni na ye se. The special prosecutor Kisi Ejaben oye ne dwuma papa na mabona basu yi Kisi ye ne dwuma fe kama ye wo binimu a wo mususu se Kisi ensese obo makacha na so ntonkra enfre wom nanso there's rumor say ofre from them near the well maintain hwasem but for the former finance minister there Kisi Ejaben ameyati asese oye wanted list now sure Entimika say red alerts essence say former Sanahine no nitiswo red alert danoso chese we nipa the special prosecutor no ama ewiase na all over the world yenya ntie ebra enne ebeko na wieye no kire se yama ewiase na ehu se oyobi a ye hwehwe na sabri so wato ewirem kwayem mipom esirem nnuem ensuom obiya nim eninti no special prosecutor no Kisi Ejaben was stamp an authority ewoso. Therefore, wherever the former finance minister is, will not, cannot, and may not decide to be in a hideout, except to say that he has to come out and then come out to answer some charges. You see, and I'm listening to some of the lawyers, and some of the lawyers are saying, no, the special prosecutor in Yai, Sasamna Wakano, na on prosecuting in absentia, any honky kahon, and I disagree. We need Kendo Foriata here in this country. We need him here. Folks, and well, we're going to go into serious discussions on this Ken Oforiata's matter. And tonight, my guest, Hopeson Adorye. Hopeson Adorye. He's the director of Special Duties Movement for Change. Will join me shortly, and then we'll do all the analysis. Yes, members of parliament being so Kasa say the modus operandi of Ken Oforiata and Nkoyi. Nti Ken Oforiata and says oye and you may be sa then first special prosecutor and says oye sabi ni ade well but me no me name baby amu free ba asamba e na mo yes o asamba e ne yes a asem mba ya yen yes o bibia ye okay yesusu ye huni se ye dwen se bibia na sa pepepe na se ko so adenti ni ye na ye nti ase na ye ne say no special prosecutor no got it all wrong. No, he's within his limits of the law. Say oye ni dwuma no pepepe while some of you say ohona okoe no sense so oko se fie ho no omokoe na sense so oko se den yo me de me mente sansam sem na mokeka na say but be that as it may. And yet the first time I hear who be near. The American Motia say, and yet the first time one, a former minister, national security, a boy run if ye na one acquire search. Say omra na ombeyi and sembi ano na sansem no yenhwe se de be na and yet the first time no. Inti mamoma and yet say oh and we dear ya bad no please munsusu why Ken Oforiata opeu so ba board me say then Ken Oforiata opeu so ba board oh dear munima dear radius share grofo we pa share debut a second oforiata yedeneba bebia owobia see yedeneba fast tonight ebeye hu keke ya asodija folks brace yourselves. A lot is at stake tonight, and you do baby remove fast. Me who said nanabi eguzwe kasa. But makasa nanabi eso kana nutum. Nanabi eguso kasa. Ontin se miase, ena oti ase enso a enye yi. Enti o kasa enemne ade. No. Nanabi so yedin. Ba on pese obedin. Office kwan a yede papa na efa so no de enye na right. Right pa. La ila. Asem beba wo. Asem beba papa. Inspector General of Police, IGP. Jineyi. Mr. George Ekufudampare, and I say Dr. George Ekufudampare. I say, Ohono or the Ghana Police from Ohono I in safe haven. And or Tohona or shed your share. And I dream Yebabe Yejuma Stronko. Look, those of you who disagree with the special prosecutor and revise your notes. Right? Yes. How come? Say, ono Ken Oforiata obetimi atro krata de akoma the current chief of staff say wokwa akohwe ne ho yare ana okọ aspiti nti aspiti na wokọ ninti no ene yema ono Ken Nana Yaw Ofori ata so wonko nti za ho ya sempapa ho. But when Ken Oforiata was making people sick, when Ken Oforiata ensuring that people are dying, and I don't know, and they are okay to some crowd. Do you know how many people have died at the era, and I say in the era of Ken Oforiata as a finance minister? It's only Ken Oforiata or Home. People's husbands, people's sons, people's fathers died in this country when Ken Oforiata was the finance minister. No man crofo weird. And ne ono de Nyankopon pa na dom na ban na free power. Emma wetimi who say no, as a see a man kwan moko aspiti about down for mad people. Some of those lawyers don't be stupid and speak rubbish to Ghanaians. Okay? A lawyer for na mugona moke kan kwasi asam no, you better shut up before we descend heavily on you people. When people's fathers, people's mothers, people's husbands, people's wives, including your former what? Chief Justice, were on the principal street of this capital at the scorching sun in the rain, and what you can think of them. Ken Oforiata was hiding in his office. He was hiding in his office and was not ready to attend to anybody. Yeah. Ken Oforiata no nya ready kra. No. No nya ready. No person obe hu obi anim. Now, as a result of this haircut or whatever, say haircut o, say tepio, minimo. But as a result of this, people have died. You could see Omeri. Emonu Ken Oforiata na bino, free power. Emonu mpodie wetimi enya ano ne ehwene edi ahome. Wetimi atro krata de akoma chief of staff ne se wono kwa akohwe ne ho yare sa wo ho abodamsem nonsense of the highest order. Hey, when Ken Oforiata supervise the collapse, listen, the collapse of multi-giant companies belonging to the people of this country. Oh yes, and then ubeti another voice. Last Friday, me bo voice record, me bo tape bi mamu. E kwenye faswa. Kwen Alhaji Sedu Agongo. The $60 million bank, Heritage Bank, collapsed in the name under the auspices of Ken Oforiatta and Amante. $60 million bank collapsed. And yes, sir, a dear Wakoji Lomi. No. Yeah. And bank in collapsing. Do you know how many Ghanaians lost their jobs? How many Ghanaians today are home? Just all sorts of things has happened. Under Ken Oforiatta, the JN Bank collapsed. Under Ken Oforiatta, UT Bank collapsed. And many companies we don't even know. Emende, Shedio, Obiti Prince Kofi Amoaben, Shedia Sebio, Papa, nice man, Shedia Wayo Ninamo, She Indum on the Namho say, just like that. Emma Indum Ninamho. Sedu Agongo, and Ninamho, crying. Just say, my boy, 60 million is gone. Why JN Bank? I don't know. Wom collateral ne daho. UT Bank, minim collateral ne daho. All right? All these businessmen today have become crestfallen. They are all throwing their hands in despair to catch a glimpse and wondering. They all find themselves tonight in the Alice of Wonderland. Right? Yet, Ken Oforiatta's what? Data bank exists. Nipa ye dwuma wom. E moa asefo a munnim nyansa ni data bank ye dwuma. Absolutely nonsense. Stupidity of the highest order. I'm so pissed off and angry. So when you dey wa ebe ode. Na wo Nana B, you goddamn rock. A despicable being. Nana B, you got the nerves. Who to her? I come on, look. Those of you in parliament, the majority leader, Mahama Yarga, please, please, pay any form of whatever, any lackadaisical. No, please. The laws, the justice law of this country must be seen manifestly at work. And this is where I call on one Kisia Jabin to the highest altar of what? The man is at work. And they say data bank here, people are there. They are working at a data bank. Enterprise assurance, so say whatever company I don't know, say enterprise insurance, so say enterprise whatever. Say a year juma yatum yantum a year juma. Is Heritage Bank working? Maybe some. Me say, are you those people saying say no? Yenga Ken Oforiatta. Have you asked yourself? Is when Sedu Alhaji Sedu Agongo ni Heritage Bank a year juma? Maybe some. All of these people, we need to show them. They are all businessmen of this country. Heritage Bank, a year juma. UT Bank, a year juma. No. But listen, John Dramani Mahama has landed as of today from is it Zurich or Munich or wherever he went. Zurich, Munich, Nina Kahon, Germany. Asemen Okoka or say here. Oh, Sedu Agongo Onodana is such a nice man. He is the owner of this media empire, the CMG group of media, no, Nidia. Heritage Bank, Nidia. Okay? It is our papa way. So to me, be saying you may winner, and not done zero group of companies, Nidia. It's in Nipo Bakwe. This guy can be like a pillar. He can become. He's one arm of the, you can say, the local economy. He's one of the umbilical cord of the economy. He's one of the epicenter of the economy. The same applies to when Indum. The same applies to when Prince Kofi Amoaben and the rest of them. And the list goes on and on. And to Ghana, you may kuonwa. Woman na be bin kakran we some Prince Kofi Amoaben so no da ho no. Mo fa Indum sumra. All of these guys are part of forming the local economy, the driving force of the economy. The pivot depends on these people. No. Who can offer atabaya? Who show menim? Just say so mohini na nya ofel. So menim na nya ofel. Who show menim na catch up say mo banks me gunu enampa. He collapsed all of these local banks and many other companies. Bonebe indum the honor me offer no da. Alhaji Sedu Agongo, my boss, no. Your friend, Prince Kofi Amoaben, is also a friend and brother. They are all Ghanaians. Omo bomen ni penye jumaye. Boni pain omo de yemo. She John Mahama. okwe moti asem okoka wa IMF wo. Now I am looking for one president obeba. He will look at the faces of the IMF and say, hey, listen, guys, henceforth, this country called Ghana, located in the middle of the world or at the epicenter of the world, we and the IMF, Yetunkwanta, Yapai. I am looking for a leader. Obeka the faces of the IMF say, listen, this dependency syndrome, we must depart from this dependency syndrome of the IMF. Now, guess what? So, Hisika Yekwaji IMF near saying $3 billion, whereas Ghana can give any neighboring country $3 billion and say yet ye mum ye kobo sa abosia $3 billion. But at the same time, guess what? If you go into our books, we have more than say multiple billions of dollars, more than $3 billion in the pockets, in bank accounts, in people's bedrooms, and many places you can find billions of this money in their homes. And when we are calling them, come forward. Nianji says, can you fancy your man? I say, hey, we are not coming. They are all on rooftops. They are sitting on rooftops, and throwing their hands, yes, 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 and crying like babies. They are crying like babies because we are coming after them. We, President Muhammad, IMF, or say, IMF, no, yes, he but at the same time, now, John Mahama is telling the people of the defense in Ghana, including the Bretton Woods institutions, hence, Ghana is going to focus primarily on what? Fiscal discipline. Mankasa fiscal. It's economic term. We are going to ensure fiscal disciplines and what have you. Do you know what that means? Now, guess what? John Dramani Mahama Ebano, wana nye who says seven previous on, and all this FDIC Ebanabwa may develop economy. Papaya niti ayati se sari, wabanwa be cancer nyoma. Sisi ya kase over quantum of money, say back Ghana no. Donald Trump say, my cancer nina. And they say, oh, yeah, President, what are you to do? Now, Osha right and left. There's no any salvation. All that you do is to throw your hands in despair to catch a glimpse of wine. The same IMF people. It happens to Jerry John Rawlings. Yeah. When Rawlings overthrew Lehman, our bet transfer, almost 2 years into that of Lehman administration, when Rawlings, Lehman, Rawlings, transfer, and check. Rawlings faced the same circumstances, and when Rawlings, all that Rawlings could do was to throw his hands in despair to catch a glimpse. The IMF of today were there, and they told him, say, listen, you need to embark upon what you call economic recovery program. And the essence of it will be to lay a foundation of a productive, sustainable, efficient economy, clarifying the prospect of the wealth creation in the nation under the period of what? Stabilization from 87 to 89. And as you structural adjustment and development. And on IMF, we did by the PAMSCA, the UNDP, Global 2000. In all of what I've said, guess what? Your guess is as good as mine. Ghana, they went further, told Rawlings, Rawlings, line up your economic management team. So Rawlings line up why Justice D.F. Annan, the Nathaniel Kwao, the P.V. Obains, the Ahoy brothers, and what have you. Nothing. We have been at the corridors of this IMF for far too long that you can't fathom that where are we going from here? It took only one leader in this country and the history remained same. Under the Fourth Republic, no government, no president has ever beaten that record, except to say, in 1972, when a great military officer called Lieutenant General Ignatius Kutu Echampo took over the reins of government, he remained the only head of state who looked at the faces of the Bretton Woods institutions and said, listen, and I'm sure many of you, I wasn't there too, but at least I've come to check all the records. He remained the only leader to tell them, say, listen, Ghana will not be responsible for this debt. No, and the Kutu Echampo Beka said, yentuya, and I'm pansu, Ghana debt ne bebre yentuya. At that time, some president here when you be baby okui. Akufo-Addo, ne papa Edward Akufo-Addo. Any when MPP for baby free buy no e buzia. Why Professor Buzio or your Dr. Mua, Akufa the Papa Suya, two intellectuals who at the Oman way equity BM1 year who be that. Two leaders at your main court BM near who be that. Alright? Buzia took this country to the IMF. And eventually, the Ghanaian cedi was reduced to about 41%. Alright? And later went for what? Just that the country was thrown into economic recession against the backdrop of what you call, later, Ghana, what you call the very largest public sector retrenchment ever in our history. Apollo 5-6, whatever you call it. Mokai. That's what Buzia did. And the cedi was reduced to about 41%. Kutu Echampon took over, a military officer. When he took over, one of his priorities to ensure, said, look, agriculture becomes the hub of the growing of the economy. Just as John Mahama is saying today, agribusiness and that of agriculture. Why? Ghana, to the extent that food was in abundance, including the buffer stock was overflow. Ghana was exporting food to all the neighboring countries, including Niger, and where? South Korea and Japan. Go and check the history. We have ever exported food to Japan and South Korea under the General Ignatius Kutu Echampon. All right? So, he looked at the faces of the Bretton Woods institutions and said, listen, I will not be responsible for this debt. So, what did he do? He repudiated $94.4 million against the backdrop of this. Guess what the Bretton Woods institutions did to Ghana? They canceled Ghana's trade credit. And also, wait a minute. Anyway, this is where I am looking for bold leadership. We are looking for bold leadership. We need more options than dramatics. The leaders under the Fourth Republic have become dramatics. But guess what this military junta did to the Bretton Woods institutions? When they canceled our trade credits, it affected consumables such as what? Sardine, milk, sugar, corned beef. These four consumables, it affected it. But guess what Kutu Echampon did also? Now he introduced three fundamental keynotes. One, he prioritized these goods. He subsidized it. And then he rationed. Three fundamental key. Now when he subsidized, ration, and prioritized, what it means is that government will import these stuff. Then government becomes control and determine price market. So then all the retail companies, where A, B, C, D, you cannot sell price according to your own. No, the price will be determined by government. What Kutu Echampon did was simply to ensure that the cedi, which has been reduced to 41%, will rise up to appreciate the dollar. And he succeeded. He went further to do what? To cancel the importation of cotton to the tune of 30 million Ghana cedis. And Ghana saved this money here. This is a great leader. All right? Unimpeachable in everything Kutu Echampon did. Before his government took a nosedive, Ghana was very successful. We were at a very successful end. Why not? Kutu Echampon at one point ended this dependency syndrome with the IMF. And then John Mahama Jinaho. Asimo wakano, yobeti yakano wakana nyane fault. When would this country walk away? When are we going to depart from this dependency syndrome of the IMF? And I'm this IMF near kwa and one BBI is successful. Do you know what goes into it? On what Kufa the ne papered with a Kufa the MPP for us for a buze. Business so at the end of Utimi was say o me poto and so near see a friend of Professor Busia. Or my bonke, they know to nothing. They don't know anything. Asia some kwa no mti krona no mudie. Your how ni atete beto o men so. And so jeni o. So jeni bae no. You bet me here no. And I refi. Kutu Echampon declared many operations what? Operation Bini saying Operation Feed Yourself. You refi. And then Operation Feed Yourself was because he wanted to uplift the Ghanaian spirit. And he's saying three fundamental key economic team. Also one, Ghanaians must what? Must understand what you call self-reliance. Ghanaians must understand what? Local indigenization and local participation. Number three, Ghanaians must espouse greater economic height. What are we seeing today? You are importing over 1 million metric tons of rice into the country, whereas you have over 1 million thousands of hectares of land you can cultivate the rice, and yet you are importing this rice. Bunch of useless leaders all through now till when? Complete useless, down for thieves and criminals. And you are sitting in this country, and your clergies, your men and women in the clergy, they cannot speak truth to power. All right? Ghana has become a laughing stock. We have become a laughing stock. We sit there round like this, no more shame. And the US almost face camera. Who's here who baby in Fenfa? Meanwhile, we have everything. In fact, Womukran is so much chasing. Woman is so much chasing. Papa and Nitias as Sareno, who is it in Abro America? I mean, what kind of nonsense is that? Look at the quantum of waste. Sika just ye waste sikane keke. Now be say enti munya badaye kakra de mo menya eranom na ye den pen na no foriata so onya badaye kakra de mo menya boni be ne beba to the extent say billions and billions and billions na ayira. Meanwhile we could jina IMF ekoyi iti a humble pie. Why? Enti sabri John Mahama ba o enti samudi sikane ba no so John sikane bebre nie befa ye be dibi kakra etimi di na de aka de befa din quiet no abefa no de koye de so de koye than to see John Mahama traveling hovering in the airspace at the corridors of IMF yet nis kanu gugu mo banks mo enye mo asum ne abu bono bahad and we got to abuse these people. Forget about those useless whatever human right. We have to abuse them and take our money. We have to abuse you people. Why America? When a democracy di America is one. Me say why? Kroben. What country in the world believes in democracy more than the United States? But look at what is going on over there. Alright? Look at what is going on in the United States. And you think they are stupid? You think that guy is goddamn stupid? No man, he is not stupid, alright? He knows what he's doing. He's telling the people of America, say, listen, America first. I want to make America great again. And now, wojina NFL park no so. As ye rate said, how Americans believe in whether or not say, oh, shape America, you know, of course, say 54. No, is it 54 against 47? The Americans still believe in him. Say, yeah. Or yeah, you may meanwhile, nipa so who chirwom. All right. Am I maybe a sheni demo? Am I maybe a dinilemo? Please. Na mo dia mo te ha, madam ho akronfo. A refor and a braba for one who can offer out a bema way. Oh, dear. And I dream in way. I ain't through with him yet. I ain't through with this guy, man. I ain't through with you yet, man. National Security Chiefs, please wake up. Mr. John Dramani Mahama, do not let any goddamn sit there and tell you, say, no, against human rights. Let's wake up. We need to wake up. Get all of them arrested. Bunch of thieves. Munim say, court. What they are all taking safe haven at the court houses because the court and court in John Mahama member 4 years. Now so no me could do musika. And more useless crooks. And more a semutrim. And they call it a breaking in many places. What there? Folks. And I agree, well, as we move into the segment, and I'm trying to even take it away, of course, would be then called it Up Next. Ghana Speaks proudly brought to you by Ora Blaster for a summer walker chewa and the same. And some fu hinti or sehu as a sinner nano uko jinasono. And to qua air bason and cranting kutukru and srat danum near janum near de yadeba also. Jaho. Nano so uko o honika CBS or she winning. Who's who he? And you when you. Yedi sumo fidie so obetie masam se de kwaku kan e asam ne kura enya twon hu free asasene so wate onua ansana 2025 abeye wa anadwoma na asem twon ho na wo de gya ho ntokwa na mesrew bedi mechi me ne se adwumakoi Ora Blaster for ayen hyehyɛ kama sa nhyehyɛ ebeboa wo emu wetimi ayeden enya asase bi kama ntokwa bie no eni ti yen yakogye asase ne bebree. In fact baby a mebeki ken kura mpo no se umpa asase wo kura still a place of your choice bra ye benye bi dia ma what Ora Blaster for which kwan wo fanko barrier here ochina benada frɛ wɔn mo frɛ chief executive na ɛwɔ 053-617-6327 053-617-6327 ɔbɛgye so wate Duncan na fi yɛmfa asase ne bi ɛnkyerɛw now asase mi kan yɛnya ne bebree wɔ hemfa kwabenya breku denkyira ama saman botiano nsawom bebrebe plenty of it me yɛmfa wɔn kɔ ne yɛnkɔ kyerɛw sɛ da asase isi te me kan yɛ move electricity ɛkɔ asase no so yɛ move water road network ni na akọ nti nya afi na wo kọ akọ dadwene said eh na car ben na betwa hwen akọ bibia e set nti just asase to for now ne enko solve issue we say wo ye kan bia na wo pedan be 3 bedroom bi kra na wo de ahwa wo half hour ana bia na sika kase bia ba unsem umpese sika na be say so you want to go into what some form of business to build hostels and as a cluster of schools and ample hotels. And I say, upese uko into real estate business. Ni na ebenya asase ne bi edi ama. Bomodia na fu ni kyerɛ hɔ. Nyankopɔn yɛ adom ɔkyena. Frɛ wɔn mo nso na yɛntumi enye wo mo wate. Mami yi wo masase ni nkɔmɔ a ɛkɔ so ni awɔ asase sɛ me emfa nkyerɛ na hwɛ na take a decision. Take a listen to this.
Hello, welcome. Thank you. Sure. I'm interested in buying a plot of land. Seeing your ads online, decided to pass by and come check it out myself. Doing business without seeing real offices these days is kind of really stressful.
What is your budget range?
Spending about 50 to 70,000 Ghana cedis.
Wow. Luckily, we have a plot of land here going within that range. Actually, at Dentrand.
Oh, great. And how's the payment plan?
We have an initial deposit of 20%, outright payments, 3 months payment, 6 months payment, and 9 months payments. With the outright and 3 months, we give you 1 triple stone and 1 triple sand.
Oh, wow, interesting. Sure. And I think I'll go for the 3 months payment. When can I go view the site?
Every Saturday, 10 a.m. is site viewing.
Then I think we are good to go.
That's fine.
That's nice.
Thank you so much.
Nice doing business with you.
Nice doing business with you.
Find your dream property with Aura Blackstar Limited. Visit us today and let our expert team guide you home.
You can contact us on 030-2452-555, 030-2452-555. Our website at www.aurablackstarlimited.com. Aura Blackstar, your preference, our priority.
Before Meba Ghana speaks, share. I mean to the National Democratic Congress, mean to move. Sadly, we a BT MPP for, but no movie say when you be no. A BT woman straight up anything. Diaspora for a beboa NDC for Emma Mutumi winning high elections way. These guys, a lot of them, minimum can say, Matumina egu in future baby. And a post ni na ye teacher, deputy minister, district chief executive, CEO, positions in Ghana happen a more check post. One more fair man on inwa, Mubetima mom bibi mo mayeno. All of them have been ignored. NDC be tumofo. Let me tell you something. So over 200 members bought their own ticket. Mami can be being chamo. But church they bought their own ticket. No, they buy Ghana. And at the same time, ye bedding we be train as agents and we supervise elections 2024. Now show you spread na places bebre Ashanti region and many other sports na seven budget your friends saying were founded by these very Ghanaians from London for the in the name of the NDC. Now show Tracy contribution on the buy NDC UK Ireland chapter. NDC UK Ireland chapter. Ediscat saying £60,000 sterling, saying £60,000 sterling. No, I'm doing Krumha. And once who one more group here from NDC professionals. NDC professionals. One more say the same 15,000 Ghana cedis. 15,000 pounds sterling. And it's Omudi Raha. Then individual contributions. And also one more year Omudi Bre vice, you know. Then candidate running mate, you know. Professor Nano Pukwajman. And also Korea about 5,000. Right? No, me buy. These are the events and contribution of the bar. Now, she names ni bi omura kroma. Names ni bi ehwan. Minim says I need pay them because I have their list. But let me for the time wanting memorable few be to say Malik Dramani Mahama Obaha, Conrad Dumba Obaha, Kofi Kwache Obaha, Kofi Kwache crowd me na program paying. Johnny Asare Minka also by Vincent, yeah, Ken Johnson, also by Mary Gardner, or by Becky Stone, or by Adamu, or by Kofi Edu, or by Roger Apia, or by Kate Jonas, or by Kwesi Texan, or by, and many more. The list goes on and on and on and on. But yo, sa list ya maboboy, emu ba kukre ni wa, ni din yakase onkoji post. Why? I didn't know mo yesa. Mu te post ni na mo just like that. Na se mo be hwe bibi ya mo hwe bibi before e be di wom na me ma betena haka intimate musio. Now politics of today tonight begins with a self-styled acclaimed prophet of God who is in pain, serious pain tonight. Why? Because some unidentified criminals are out there using his name to exploit people when he's requesting for a rescue mission. Also, for anyone can dream my yen who do pay but I feel I empathize, you know, him for what he's going through tonight. And me say, where then utieno. Assemble and walk and say nipe bi dinidin and then the contact numbers and they exploit people for money. Maybe possibly say nipa no oyenese and usifio no ane ho. Maybe take a listen to him.
Are you? And by the grace of God, you are fine. Please, I'm here to announce something to you. Maybe you are a Boros member, or you are a Jurobinin fan here, or maybe you are not fan of me, or you are not part of Aboros members, but you have God's Spirit. You have God's Spirit. Please, I'm begging you, share this video for me. Share this video for me. Please, I'm begging you. Because someone has defrauded me very serious. Someone has defrauded me. Serious. I will explain to you in English because maybe you don't understand our local language. So I will explain to you with English very soon. So I would like to speak our local language to those who understand my language. That is Ghanaian language, Tree. So I'm coming. Ebushia, assembly in an say, will be edimidin, Jessica wo internet in a show, minim hoshi. Temesra, video and me tray, share my me patron share pa, ubi di midino, Jessica on any bishop obinim. Me patron yamia. Iti announcement a meye wu video mu say, wa ubi ene wo chat say on any bishop obinim e wo Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube be ano me patron yamia. Because ubi ewura mi Facebook page ni ubi ewura mi Facebook page ni ubi ewura mu na one bebre chat to say yamia na wo the telephone numbers ni na to no even often video call kra na utiri me picture ana me video bi a me twa to to say ka me ka say ana me picture bi no dey ato na video no ana say picture na no kasa
Iranum Obinim Kwadwo na e ka say o Kwadwo obinim. I sympathize the situation. I must be honest. But then I make us say, minti say. Minti say. Enipa no a oya ade no. Oye because osua free no minim. Minti no say bia enipa no osua free no ho na accident minti. So but sad. Yeah. Very sad. God. Inti the opesi ye na ene ya ye no. Now if you call main issue no so. Again, we focus on the man currently on the run. Ken Oforiatta tonight. Let's view some of the companies he brought to its knees as Ghanaian-owned companies. Afi mumienhwe companies ni bia Ken Nanaya Oforiatta ogu sa companies now. For want of nothing, and the screen is yes, we shall be home. Gunina Heritage Bank, Capital Bank, Sovereign Bank, Energy Bank. Munsho, Munkai, at least you Capital Bank, Royal Bank, Heritage Bank, Sovereign Bank, Energy Bank, then Premium Bank, GN Bank, and then Bank of the Banda. And then what's the name near then? Baroda. And no muse hina no mbutu. Baroda. Omunya bank wo memwa. So wait a minute or see then 11 banks in all. Heritage Bank there and the name say no na me boss there. Alhaji Sedu Agongo na ne banka. Or the $60 million no the shemo. Furiate Gunina Capital Bank we Gunina. So na so we gusa banks way. Na wo say we yepi infantifo wo kase wo so we yepi ya wo yawa enti yema okwan na wo kokosa wo yare wo aspiti ebra na ono ni nua akufa de a haircut atoto so na nkrofo etwa wiem ni nsuo mekai. There were times these people have hit the street ni nsuo to mo de wi asete and na the lives of Nana Binimo are running to his defense. Okay, meanwhile some concerned Ghanaians out there equally share the view that Ken Nanaya Oforiatta must be brought to face the full rigors of the law. Ghana for any business you know, and yes, or yarinti, and an one I she need to trade. No, we make sure say Ken Oforiatta more than Abba, and Wababe Fisi, Ghana Mrano, Namrani need to say this. Why ne can't see me say, take a listen to this.
This week, Ghana declared its former finance minister a fugitive. Some will say this is a long time coming. You know, last year I made a video and I talked about how we've come into a time of transparency and accountability. That video went viral. I made a few statements. It came deep from my soul. It came deep from a place of pain. And I made a statement and I said, because we have come into a place where people have their cell phones and the whole world will hear what you have done. And this is the exact statement that I said. BBC posted this last night, right? When I said the whole world will hear what you have done, this is a disgrace and this is an embarrassment. Why are African leaders so wicked? There are 5 deals that he's involved in. In the grand scheme of things, when they left, out of 34 cases, they found out that there's a loot of over $20 billion. Meanwhile, Ghana went to IMF for $3 billion. As a matter of fact, last week, money was found, dollars, fresh notes was found in about 12 shipping containers by Intel, and gold was found in there. Why are we doing this? How much money can you chop? How much money do you need? Is it the Hermes? Is this the Milli? What is it? The Ferrari? How much money can you chop that you have to have money in 12 containers? Look, this finance minister quotes scripture more than everybody. When it comes to the Bible, let's not even go there, because there are about 2,000 scriptures when it comes to the downtrodden, the poor and the orphan and the widow. God don't play about people that are impoverished, and God leaders who make laws that impoverish his people. Go and read Isaiah 10:1. So let's not even go there. Africans, rise up. Keep on filming. Keep on putting these people on blast. They are hearing us. I get very emotional about this because, how do you go on when there are children that are learning under trees. How do you go on when your people are living in abject poverty? When there's so much money in Africa, there's so much money on the continent, there's so much money in Africa. If you can leave America and go to Ghana and become a billionaire, there's a lot of money in Africa. So my people, let's be sensible. Our leaders that are coming know that I'm bringing this warning again, that we are in a time of transparency and accountability. I'm in fashion and people say I shouldn't get political, but I cannot sit by. Afritude is not just a clothing brand. Afritude is a movement. And if you cannot get with it, keep it moving. This is the Afritude movement, where we bring what is done in the dark to light. Peace out.
Good. Now, she was very analytical. So we share some work can see in the idea. What you want to know, Ghana now what some say no bisa say. Idea ba simple. What is na mini bisa? It is a move to talk all of these luxurious, the safari, nimone, Lamborghini, nimone, all those whatever you call it. Na yedeng, na cholera, ACO baby, spinal meningitis or whatever you call it. Then you say baby, neni pay wu. Now what the wuti cantonment ha? Wasuma do say now it is Legon ho. Now it is some plush area. And once I saw an apa kind of furata, no trying who say Fred and a cast go, none a data bank yedma, enterprise, whatever insurance, ne yedma, none a transition yedma. Sawa no we are no a fat Bible action a motu masha tarifufu no nam or nam or course or conwa style bisa. Then walk. Well, in all of the above, how is the foreign wires reporting this guy now a wanted man? Foreign wires, they are no more found. Because foreign wires, na what you say? The international.
Today, we dive.
Listen.
Deep into one of the most. Today, we dive deep into one of the most shocking corruption scandals in Ghana's history: the downfall of Ken Ofori-Atta, the former finance minister. Ken Ofori-Atta is the most corrupt finance minister Ghana has ever had, and his tenure was nothing short of a financial disaster for the country. Despite overwhelming allegations of mismanagement and fraud, he was protected by his cousin, former President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, who placed family loyalty above national interest. For years, Ghanaians suffered under economic hardships while Ofori-Atta enjoyed unchecked power, enriching himself through dubious contracts, fraudulent transactions, and reckless financial decisions. But justice is catching up with him. The new government has vowed to bring all corrupt government officials to book, and Ken Ofori-Atta is now a wanted fugitive. How did a finance minister entrusted with Ghana's economic future betray the nation? And why did his powerful family connections shield him for so long? Ken Ofori-Atta is a cousin of Nana Akufo-Addo, and their family has dominated Ghana's political and economic landscape for decades. Some of the most influential figures in Ghana's history have come from this powerful political dynasty. 1. Edward Akufo-Addo, Nana Akufo-Addo's father, a former ceremonial president of Ghana, 1970 to 1972, and a member of the Big Six. 2. William Ofori-Atta, Ken Ofori-Atta's uncle, a founding member of the United Gold Coast Convention, UGCC, the first political party in Ghana. 3. J.B. Dankwa, a political mentor to many Ghanaian leaders, also from the same extended family. This family wielded enormous power, but instead of using it to uplift Ghana, Ken Ofori-Atta used his cousin's presidency as a personal bank to steal from the nation. His appointment as finance minister in 2017 was not based on merit, but on nepotism, and his performance proved disastrous for Ghana's economy. As finance minister from 2017 to 2024, Ken Ofori-Atta had total control over Ghana's finances. His responsibility was to stabilize the economy, create jobs, and reduce national debt. Instead, he did the exact opposite. massive borrowing. He borrowed over $50 billion, pushing Ghana into one of its worst debt crises. He awarded fraudulent contracts to cronies and ghost companies. Under his leadership, Ghana had to run back to the IMF in 2022, despite promises never to do so. The Ghanaian cedi collapsed under his watch, making life unbearable for citizens. Billions of cedis remain unaccounted for under his stewardship. Parliamentarians, civil society organizations, and even members of his own party called for his removal, but President Nana Akufo-Addo refused to sack him. Why? Because he was family. For years, Ghana's parliamentarians accused Ofori-Atta of gross incompetence and corruption. In 2022, MPs filed a motion for his dismissal over 1. Economic mismanagement. The CDI depreciated by over 50%, making it one of the worst performing currencies globally. 2. Corrupt transactions. Contracts were awarded to unqualified and fraudulent companies.
History yɛde ato papa yi so hwɛ o yɛtresi a kɔ n'ekyi na hwɛ history da no so ɛyɛ history papa so ɛna de bi ɛka no yes vindication of crime is in the womb of time o say history akwa be repeat Akufo-Addo ne papa Edward Akufo bɛyɛ ɔne Buzia bɛyɛ president in 1972, this bloodline way, this bourgeoisie for we, Erasmatas for we, and one at the Domuzo, but however, tonight, the business mogul Seydou Agongo continued his harrowing encounter with the former finance minister Ken Ofori-Atta and how he collapsed his business entity. Friday, me Seydou Agongo, dear Chremo, Koyon Fast will lose $60 million. Our business heritage. And then what was so? Shahan so and Komoben walk out to all these business guys, women now helping to revive the Ghanaian economy. Now say meti meni esi wom ho. Na ma say wom me go mu business and me home. Na wo de ejina ho prekope. Why would you do that? Take a listen to him.
Possibly means that you were engaged in a scandal and was being prosecuted by the courts.
No, I beg to differ. Not fit and proper means that the standard that they used to judge human beings, I don't fit that.
And you reject that?
I reject that. That is very insulting. To be very honest with you, it's so insulting. How do you tell a businessman who started his business at the age of 16 years, having built, imported rice, imported sugar, I wake up 4 a.m. and go to work, only to work to establish a corporate institution just for you to come and tell me I'm not fit and proper? Where is this English coming from? That is why I said I could have taken the money outside, but I believe that, okay, God knows why I was created in Ghana here, so why don't I use the resources to build Ghana? So that is why. So at the end of the day, if I'd invested somewhere, would you have even known me, let alone for you to describe me as not fit and proper? No.
How would you respond to those who say you are bitter?
If I'm not fit and proper, why were you asking me to merge with other banks? The same bank that was not fit and proper, why were you asking us to merge with other banks?
But that's still an allegation you're making against the central.
No, you can't.
We cannot verify.
No, you can ask Edison. You can ask him, you can verify. All I'm saying here is going to be something that will be forever.
Right.
I'm not bitter. My bitterness is not based on myself because I'm very humble and I'm content. Even today, if I don't have a car, bicycle, I'll ride it. I'm a very content person. But I'm bitter because Heritage Bank would have given all the banking industry in Ghana here the competition that they would never match it. Have you entered into any of our branches before?
Got a magnificent building.
Yes. So all these things came out of planning, because the major success of a business is not what you see, it's the planning that was done behind the scene.
So for you, whatever prosecution you were going through, was still pending and had absolutely nothing to do with
nothing, because okay, Go to Central Bank now and say you want to open it. They will check the source of your funding. They even wrote a letter to Cocoa Board to find out that I said I have this amount pending. Cocoa Board responded. Every stage, they went to my school, to Adontin Secondary School, to check on my history, my record.
You're kidding me?
They went to Laboni to check. All these things were systematically checked, and in all, positive. So at what point that I became not fit and proper? A change of government? Or you perceive me to belong to a particular...
Is a oya Ghana ni o wanya yo Burkina Faso ni o. This is Alhaji said. Many of you probably might have heard of him. Alhaji Seydou Agongo. Onwa no ye group chairman Emma group chairman Emma Zira group of companies Zira some kaisa company one. Under Zira comes many companies. Heritage Bank ni account egu and sana this media empire way. CMG group of companies, multimedia, and also media, radio stations, any TV station, Nina Kane Nidma. Ugu Obieduma Abra say Ugu company way na yanko, Yamfaya non copying board. Namwasasi radio Nkwanya Juma Unza. But a woman is saying. Why would a group of people within the political elite class be your imagine say, let's find it a safe haven, say, you maybe, yen seno, yen collapse no. Now, as a result of this, hundreds and thousands of Ghanaians enkofi, they survival, and they will not even for once begin to imagine, say, the ripple effect will be to that it will crash the local economy environment. Folks, maybe a short break, my guest, why are hot to say, Hopeson Adorye, Director Special Duties. Brace yourself tonight. I have a ship. Maybe a short break. Let me bar. Many Hopeson. It be trapped from now to 10 o'clock. Folks, Maminchia Aisha Hassana or Dansuman. And of course, you also run a big shop, Nima, Aisha Hassana or Dansuman. I know if you are not well, you are under the weather. Get well soon, quickly, all right? And then we take it from there. Folks, this is the Frontline. Because short break me back. My guest, Hopeson Adorye, takes over the seat. I'll be right back.
Hello, welcome. Thank you. Sure.
I'm interested in buying a plot of land. Seeing your ads online, decided to pass by, come check it out myself. Doing business without seeing real offices these days is kind of really stressful.
What is your budget range?
Spending about 50 to 70,000 Ghana cedis.
Wow, luckily we have a plot of land here going within that range. Actually, at Dentra.
Oh, great. And how's the payment plan?
We have an initial deposit of 20%, outright payments, 3 months payment, 6 months payment, and 9 months payments. With the outright and 3 months, we give you 1 triple stone and 1 triple sand.
Oh, wow, interesting. Sure. And I think I'll go for the 3 months payment. When can I go view the site?
Every Saturday, 10 a.m. is site viewing.
Then I think we are good to go.
That's fine.
That's nice.
Thank you.
Nice doing business with you.
Nice doing business with you.
Find your dream property with Aura Black Star Limited. Visit us today and let our expert team guide you home.
You can contact us on 030-2452-555, 030-2452-555. our website at www.oralblackstarlimited.com. Oral Black Star, your preference, our priority.
Great. Welcome back. And of course, this is Ghana Speaks Extension. Of course, I welcome all of you back to this extension. In this edition, we zero down to the developing story of Ken Ofori-Atta, currently on the run. And of course, now, Obi Khan, as I say, is now a wanted man and a fugitive. And of course, as of this afternoon, the special prosecutor declared and said, the red alert so and so folks. Now, Monfa red alert now. Special prosecutor the so Monfa into screen is no man can say my down. Yeah, the red alert no ukomwa enema bebre ene wo red alert no yeah. Na ohwemu a na chese sia no papa oni ahotosa na in the red alert you want a date of birth to be that of 7th November 1958. A biom oba na age na ye state to or say 66 years or ye bema ocean ni kusua na black a fin so a ni pedua na nkasa so or black distinguished marks namely are they non applicable ocean complexion or brown skin. Possible location yesusu says abria ye kase papa or that screen is either so or America, United States of America, US, and I say or United Kingdom. Into breaking news story, yade aba ewo Ken Ofori-Atta. Tonight, my guest, Hopeson Adorye. He's a security officer, an intelligence officer with a national security in the previous, and still a security officer. There is still a security top range. On one, I'm in the with all the radar, so busy. Hey. Kiseja been modus operandi in your papa into unya for him as him and some pinamania there. Yeah, Memoquaba.
Yeah.
A break as a Friday near Bebo Boss, so kakra.
Yeah.
And they are sabbaths. But again, this is a developing story. In your way to set up baby room on my woman. Yeah. Yeah, can say, quiet been on name Mipom, Slim, Nuyam, Sum, Yenin. This is your winning my Becca. Special prosecutor as of today on the red alert crab abetoso. Yeah. And he no may emphasis here juxtaposing this also with John Mahama as of weekend is out in Kawa Zurich or baby say IMF adnid. Yes, he a tree and with financial ye fiscal discipline. Meanwhile, seekers who won't crop them. Oko council national security too brutish. So what should we do?
Yo, that's it. Me mencha or more here Sabrina. Of course, I wish your phone so fear or more here. Empress Michelle. Yeah, Papa said do a gongo. In fact, me shared the interview. No, I was sad. This is the man with a clean heart. Our imagine or mine.
Yeah.
And ne. Share banks I say Nigeria for banks I have to do. Or money dear. Ya for home ama or more coso.
Yeah.
Ghana for the bako 11. Your gunu. Go your gunu no nya boni or mayo. Nipa ya declare no wanted or person no one bank.
Sure.
Ana ejina. Eti out of that. Ade mean go adesino. Said the way me kwame bank bedding e bitimi ejina. Me call baby, and I need you common obi catch me. One of the banks. Me pese me specific. Na onai e call Nigeria.
That's right.
E call far the Nigeria Central Bank Governor. Omu ye namfufo. Ono so nim Ken Ofori-Atta.
Oh, I see.
Omu ye close. Na papa yi kokosu kire no.
Ano
ne no ba Ghana. Eneja omukache kenso papa ya ba opesu hu. Oh, ani engohia ochebi. Ode no ko chebi mo mokodai.
Wow.
Ti hodi komo. Papa ko tu Bible. Oso mo bompa ye be 11 minutes. And so much.
Empire nkwa. Yes. As an comedy ni shase.
As an comedy ni shase. ono ankasa eyi aduane wama ne ira na se obi anyo ono ken ankasa eyi aduane e mo mo miensa tena hodi
eto pono
omo yes on because David ade asase se woda yeah no mo die papa no say o call back
Hopeson
to omo sorry be ye 4 and eje omo si mobile no be fa ne private jet and really?
But no na ya ofuriate na oto omo pono oye aduane
bibia and he assured them I say oh we bank oh bibia nsi oh ne waka ne no ano bibia nsi papa ne lande wo ye kan say Abuja no call office the next news this year Abuja bank no
oh
ana wo na ne sene ayiduma no say how te ho no call online papa ne say one kenufura tanka sa biem wo ne wiase ka kire me say ade na wa beka no mintimi nye baba because of you ya antena nkran yo what's that drive me akọ krom aba yakotena se e de gina na so bompa ye 11 minutes
empire pa
koko yiyi ayi besi ho mo mutwitwa bi
nsai
edidi ye wo se o ma ye ntu ye na wo fie ho ade e dae okoko dro Abuja wogu bank no.
So this is a Ghanaian Nigerian bank akabo
no Ghana ni me se me pese be body Ghana ni bank ti say ye wura se do agogo bank yi sa pepepe
so ka Heritage Bank
me kai pa sa pepepe o papa ne senka wo de ka kire me se oh wonim se me nua no
yeah sembi
asem a wo kan eye me nko a ebia nke metima ye wo de ditro bi kra se because of this that you know ebia minti binye no ohu se oh wabeka na wo se wonye wa man assurance
wato no pono
esa to no pono
wato no pono
nipa bonini o
yeah
emre bia o ye nipa bonini
last Friday we can say similar sir
yeah plain o kan ya kajo no e say no eya no mo se ye nye sanipa no we de o ye Kristo nipa o ni tibusum essence asabonsam look at the story I make actually we sasabonsam crowd will not do this
baby o
so on that no enti why yes anuama we ababetwam wagu nkrofo bank just like that banks no crowd bu collapse here no ho asem nyamba case we mu
enu no nyamba case mu
enyamba yo
debi
said do mu hia 9 billion and I say yisa 9 billion na makwako used to 25 billion about 16 billion in excess yenka ho asem ye na mo sympathize with Kenufuriata no it seems bibi ngoye how can we sit in a country that one person ebetima gbibia boso me I am always happy sabi taking the fight on this Japade tina Ghana for so tie ye e ba yetimi sesa aban ansesa sanse bu igabete
so wonte o
wo be dan
wate
unte
hwe ora team sika wo mo recover $20 billion
wo mo eye eyi na kise jabe bisa se hwan be de kise jabe ekoya yema na appointment
enye ewo mo anu e gabi asoro chida kun ya
what the Kenufuriata o mi what we do eti se wo ya wonim what is there eti no ye that you see alert na wa issue no as say what the France and Guyana account
Mantivo
France
so this
and Guyana
latest
said the why they say US in the UK no
yeah
media I would suggest say one for France and Guyana and
so these are two latest countries
one fanka
France Guyana
yes right. Now sir alert we no look Kenufuriata cannot move from one country to another country
sure
So okasi okwa international flight. If you are from US to AE,
from the security standpoint.
So, baby or befabia, you issue red alert on you. Echo Interpol. Now, Interpol will feed this information into the systems
all over the globe.
And yes, can you na pa? Almost are popping up.
Yeah, quite dangerous.
They are got your agent and chain. What you are not police for?
I'm not down in your
near about found. They say, or you should red alert, baby, I will warn. The only thing you can do is overflow car from one point to another point. Asa? So, overflow loop prepare the oboe. What flow loop prepare you do beba. So, it's good. Say, special prosecutor, me, I issue Adorye. Now, me say the course we need there, Yemen say, the current ministers are watching.
The current ministers,
So, do you want to be declared wanted when your time is over? Eti ubon say, wa munyu ba obuba bedino, wa mu de ahweye be den, ebeye, say adwuma no. Eno, eda ye me de wo ho. Now, we'll continue to give the support, the necessary support to the OSP to be able to recover some of this money for the nation. Ghana, IMF, Yejina America, gidi. Send of the money. 3 billion.
3 billion, yeah.
3 billion, no so grano. Yasachi Chemu in peace. Oh, trench waiver, another trench, say, ever, getting the Kakika. So, now, say, what day Ghana share or how the current administration will struggle to operate because Saka be boy afena omuba be twetwebio sa February ending March sika kese bi da ho a esese Ghana ban etua sa sika do oba betua no eye ka Akufo-Addo ne na ban eboto da ba mi fa we ntwam omo ye yi no bi say kenoforiata ma mu mako school kenoforiata ma hey bibi ha mo ho omo mo kasa bibi ha omo enye sa
begidi
look krom highway krobia so aban bia ni ho wiska aban bia ni ho eye the citizens and your wiska ye tax na ye tua no eno ane ya putunu together ane say aban fa ye adwuma maye eti akola ko school na wutua ka enye wo no watua ka yankasa yatua ye school fees hwe nipa bebre ohodo mo a wo mo busua ni ba bia nu secondary school ana say wo mo twam ho wo mo tua de support others eti wo no wo kokofa de he sasi kana e be release na yankasa nso ebi nso ho a wo mo twa bi na ko mo botom eti wo sika be na wo say wo no na ama yifo akwayi Mokasa na say mo ability Akufo-Addo kra. The president of the land now or no matter it is no. Enyo no dey tua ye kenu for ata dey tua ye. E dey ya resem no. Monja sasem no kana emfata mo. Back to business. Hwe kedo for ata eye obi a sasem a ekoso yi. Ensese Ghana ni bia esuma no. Ensese Ghana ni bia esuma no. What you wo mame wo papa aye adwuma mfie bebre wo ye adwuma no say mame nye savings emre bi beba me ho beche me sa savings no e behwe me emre bi ba sa savings na me ye no me di bi kra bebo me ba edwetri
that's right
any ade menti bidda from Kwame Nkrumah pension even Gordgesburg more peso menti bidda so why your service now by say me de misato so masizi
wa wusika wo
untimi nyi wansi the grand free say ebeti betua say sika ni bia ma wa this is 2037 abodam say if even and then you sit there and sympathize with Kenoforiata na beye na yo beye e na yo. How can a whole former chief justice ebe sorry fifie akojina wiem ekita placards say we are tired, give us our money. Now o maame anawo nanano no a ebe ya ode hwe papa ya wa free mu kama yi company hwe papa no say me a me gina hey na me ba be lanchu book na me ntimi mouse ka kese because of obisu banti was say I made a genuine money when you businessman when yeska was save sika no enya sika ngiti o
na kama so see mu nya o
billions
yeah so or manufacture drugs
yes
they call neighboring a yenia there
abandoning start to sika no so all because of kind of reckless borrowing you raise eurobond oh na data bank for no matter where no mabo ya ni asene e ba ni atwa mo hu
ya ho ni tiremu yo just ni data bank no and which of the enterprise which one
data bank
as a collateral
anu na wo mu de edi animu ye bibia sika no ba data bank na fa beto no chese aban sika bi o mu de ye yibia ni nyina
on that screen is
papa ni
yeah
me see that day me hwe no me su
so
for now dear me ne hwe wo de betima boa 3000 sikadi say you nko betima ma even 10 million Ghana cedis me dey support book no eso so was ya chechire me nsagu machi de me beto aduane adi mpo eye problem etu de me support bo 3000 ni yeti kromate na wo ye nipa nyankopɔ de adwena tu tim mframa wo mu ahome na wo se wo sympathize wo kenofurata na wo ye baifo
seriously
let us say no mpa de papa enya be ye mpa de papa how can we do that
be you
how can we do this etibedie me say Ghana for ye nyina ye nkamum look say ansha se mfiri ba bia enwie wo ba bio ebre bia ana ban mu for diska ano mu diska ye ba be yire o mu agiska no so a na sa kwa kodare bibi fama nyame na da enye hwe e de e kai ho edo na ne eku abibi man
na dwanto ahenefo ni name
hwe emrofo no on eje o maye bible de kitaye no emrofo no can from Genesis to Revelation no ado mu hu say from Genesis eba no e hono no sa 5 books of Moses no was say a hono ana de bobra ebebo ye camera bo e hono de bobra ebebo emu ho asem bi hye ho Moses say hey say dia fono me obi bo wosumu a wosuma wonsam nya den na yinu ba ko vom next time o me bo obi mu so bi tia na so a huri kosro na so fasini na so cream next time o metia na so bi and womu use that law of Moses hwe bi so bi o wa brochire bi ase wo de ne ka atwi obi ka amana ka se me de amanyame ana wo ya mi mobonji kwa na wo de bisa wo pa ma 5 minutes na brochire for ngwa mfre no mun ka se boy who born dog who wo bio uni bio ubetua obi ogrambo obetima aka se ka do gra ope ka foforo obeje ka foforo no ni insurance beto ama no da wo wutua
exactly
etu kwa read insurance ska ubetua next time wo just add the bill but Ghana
before minima there have black people how was our continent is o
me am experience circle sata no munye overhead no nti yesi meme ko yi Kadeshi side ana akwa bi free nche no wo me bona beji mitika chen say hey be careful wamwa crowd me tisi for no bunkotoye me so bunkotoye me wonu me me say omo ton ade ho nyina anya hwe fama nyame wo de anya hwe me fama nyame no ho na ekoye me ka no
fa koma nyame na
so obi agina ho fama nyame na se me tu me ka na me ko ekokoye me ka. That is the mentality subanya ekita bibini black man subanya ekita no na ye say ya ebeye den ana oman no akonanim eti oye ye na otua ya okoye card otua ya next time wo ba no because hey hwe ye na obo na be obeto no bo ase no amani pan how many minutes how many seconds and the bit take you say wagina amaka atwam na onsoso wako eso say ya na eko eti sa ayi abai se yaka enye keroforiata nkwa ho
enye keroforiata nkwa ho
ebeto oh ebeto aso ebeto aso so on yet no apart from your special prosecutor you know attorney general eso so edi no djuma issues are OSP aboboso no attorney general so additional ones bi a or so beboso eti odono de na semia no e modu say yesu
Valentine's ye die wi o
me say modu say yesu
na no wo she no say ya wi o dia
o we say yesu be ja him Valentine dura I say to I wish no look ye go krom ha say ebra aban sisa 2017 na say aban de oka wo ye contractor wo ye supplier wa ye adwuma na sika a esese ye tua oka no kwagu se wa ma ye opposite hanmu baabi cantonment ha baabi a wo sika no wonya nta wonya oba yo go so okay be there se opese meju sika no ma wontem dia ade meje 20% meje 10% open so no wasan check wo ho ade ama no wo san check man na any 1 week
na won saka
na wo sika na won saka sika wo fa ho any 1 wo ko ho ko humro for asalai e before asalai ade dia is it not conflict of interest?
Of course,
because me nua na te ha eti no me di we ba ya no asan na manya me ho manya mo ho mo ahunya ne de mo anya se obede no adi obede no I enjoy
sembe asumdwo menye di diska no
kwaku ya ye ni ha ye nam ha ya ye ni bi wo si asori bia ye okay yes re ye ko ye ba bi ba free me o ye de red alert abeto me baby abiti e dey ba de red alert ba abeto me so but nkrofo bi o hodo mu a e beto to mo so e beto to mo so so o de tie no e beto to mo so look aban sheda anu oyi nani that is who does not to kwai o mu ntu aso ntu kwai no I strategy o what you want say red alert the down so a ho ada obehu say de sete so on dey no now menim say special prosecutor be feda look you should write to the various embassies in this country say nipa simesi ye hwehwe no so alert your people for us baby obubehu no bia omumfa no mre ese so oba no be answer issues na aba on board nyina okay SML who say ebra 4 state for expose that corruption ni ade no imani gan self ne wo mu nyina de o manu tu ebe ye ho ema president Akufo-Addo then ebe yes o ma KPMG
sir
akako audit the agreement and see whatever look SML in the agreement na every year ombenya 120 million 120 million no munya no na adwuma be no moye ye wo GRFo ne other agencies a omo eye adwuma no ese mo de na ye den assurance enti mo hwe se bibia betima aba nipa na wo ye adwuma no ma ne sen sei na wodua ma no na bokwa kutua $120 million. So in the period from that time emedu say 8 years no beso no na nkrofo na nya over 1 billion with no wait time mo ma ye investigating hwe say ehifo na hye SML ase kwagu Ghana ha yin na ne dia Obi wa won se no akwa fabre ni pete bia ba begina ho. Say oh, broni na to Lancaster. O wa ko hwe mu na ntisa. O jaje. Oh, company we ye broni we dia. O kwa ko hwe mu no na ntisa.
I mean front to front together.
Look, as a said Ghana ye ko feda to investigate some microphone wo mo bank account ni ade how was ika komuni ne eka ika. Hwe baby a no mo say omo etwetwa ghost names ni ade no. Ghost names here you twa say ni na ko bank. Eye den ana CEO so ni ayifo no omo timi kokko yiska no. We need to investigate. The bank manager in charge will create this idea no as a state no partnership. The relationship manager and no facilitate a yiska ne bo ko mo drive the ko nipa di fie any ade no the state must punish them. Say yes statistic yes ana there will be sanity in the system. Because me na ma churcho edin ahodo si etu omoka edin akatua ni nanso ko bank. Eye dey the timi saba be di mimi boto. That mean say be na mi signature ho no mana. So these are some of the things as I say yetimi hwe. But for Ken Oforiata me say Papa ni eye no finance minister. Hey. Wase wonu wanja ketua. That day na mi yemu shame. Kwagu. Who be ye adwuma ma pan. Wase wonja ketua.
Wase wonja ketua.
Ish. Nkasa time na ngese Ghana for ye ma ya no so na nko mo sesam. And I say what step aside. Anye
say oh onya ketua na bia or sympathize say aban no on person be burden government no that.
How can you sympathize?
Maybe Ghana for no say dey see
sika de gu oni mu a wo hwei. Wo se me de me nja ketua. Eh. Na say na nyina na e opposition o. Ne enim say de nyoma go. Ana me bwa.
Asem no ebiti en so pa o. Asu ke.
Ye nim say de nyoma ko.
Ya ebiti en.
Etimi ba be ye adwuma ma Ghana. Metimi free office 2 a.m. 3 a.m. Me nja ketua. And we were quiet. The president now was appointed on the credit jacket.
Hey, now they also won jacket.
One jacket. One jacket. Say, get the no to baby to say, a hifampo. A hifampo cry now, me pe baby. Anka, ye didn't go to Hodoma, Nanko Castle one jacket near who say, oh, okay. Because baby, I'll call it here. Every year, Sikabu and him, sir. And na ye ka say company bi na onya 120 million Ghana cedis. Yeah. Say do agongo bank. What's what they say na shemu?
$60 million.
Bra wo bra yans onya sa $60 million. Obi be transfer 1 year near try $120 billion. Na ye say ma ye nya de hwe. No. Yes say Ghana for yes so sa nyoma no so. Eni wo say yes so. This is the man. Now, over the budget. Now, the quotation see by Obeka Cathedral. That the quotation ye or fro sa. Ye baby sia share radiant munyam. Public fancy beer and come. The only thing a free state a come a assassino. Apart from assassino, ye fa Ghana 1 peso akra. Ghana for niache. Sabade ti no ready o kasa asem no. Afe no so ye. Na afe wo ba biem. Ye hwe government expenditure. Ye hu ya ne say $58 million. Echem. Hey. Na we fifa ozo abamu na drawings no na ye yiwa ana ha se ne ye sei. Ekokodru ya mi ese esofu kusi buate nkra bo cathedral bosia 40 million Ghana cedis later on ado mutu amano na mbisa me ho se eti onya sasika no ewe wonim ne ese OSP ne other agencies no sasika no se ode bo cathedral bosia no find out taxes and utia. What's what the bobosia later on aban etuamano. taxes saying anu tua free mu e ho pe e de hia me the ho anu wanhwe ya ono so no wanted no e bi beto no so ho ne ate no ya tena krom amafo e je ni omo pe je se enu ano no they better than build this country e be yeden be say nipa adwuma ye sorry ahomache ko ba nyina ne say won sabe ko wano ana me boa now yesi obi adu ho a oyiwu a ewo na ewo ne nsa ho no obekwa ko horo enye de ya odi bi beka na no sir obeta friend nsa kakra ana me boa good eti chese waje adwuma na obi ache obibi why sign contract bi na obi ama obibi kakra nkaje problem now to go ahead and then scam the country this way there Ken Oforiatta must rot in jail.
Say, and yes, who could you about
rot? Say he must rot in jail. Ah,
no be issue.
Me say he must rot in jail. I don't know.
Are we also looking forward to say we have to, you know, see to retrieve a sick na how is the state
now, also data bank why you confiscate I say scale go hold na there any state in there Ghana
enterprise assurance and all of that
this is the man
transition is a nipe wo
who say they were blaming Dr. Dufo so buy the bank no na the simple
bank
them account also no say you say government funds in our hodom never eti na monti ase do for insurance company wa ma the insurance company no ama me center of government ayi on wa me insurance ma government no this man apart from data bank no enterprise insurance nidia or making sure apart from metro mass transport ana SIC insure no all government business biano one fanfa enterprise insurance asamato one fanfa enterprise insurance asamato etiafe na other insurance companies no almost offer because one person wono pe ana nyankopon boy yefunuma no eti bibia yesika ogana ha bia no ese se wono no nchen eneko and we were quiet. Is it not a conflict of interest? Say wa letter say wa resign is no more a director of the company ntino kwagu obi afa enterprise obi afa data bank
David
eja get over that there I need there forever.
It's conflict of interest in cry another assembly.
I need there forever. I need there. So they did because you the pen the paper. After what we say, we resign as director, you know, and one no. And then say do agongo ka say okay, Crash Media because of a you know, my trim me as director, my trim me as director. Does it mean say enya dia?
Enya pa.
On ton you.
David.
But what trim me and what do I show me say we are director and to no nye director. Obeti ma kwa sanche go. Obeti mi. What me? Eti kandie me say Ghana for mumaye nyina yemra together. What you be grow who ne chia no grow one few. Those days Omaba cabinet meeting ojina Jubilee House kwana no oba. Wo chia no good evening. Oh good evening. No watwam. Wo nyina hompo nkasa ho.
Na papa wo.
Wo nyina hompo nkasa ho. Kane wutifie wo kam say ayi. Be say sa papa we there. Emre bia me bomb
before bank na Unibank na.
Unibank. Unibank. Yeah. That will account all.
Oh okay. Egu.
Say don't the mam go ko bi account bra.
I see.
Let's say don't person or to talk ayi bi. Omo man no loan bi o honum ti menen ne koye no kokoye ho adwuma. Ya ho ado say bi bank account wa. That me bi account. E wo honum. That me yes small ayi wo honum. So on the they say papa be gunu because o pese obi ehu se wo ana o yesikani won kwa wo bank ana chese e gina so e wo Ghana wo kunkrofo. Look at Pakwesindo.
Yeah, GN Bank.
Under previous NDC administration, under Omumano, a coin say, obetimi a finance contractor. And to Omba Bitriaka, no more triaba, GN Bank or non society man at it in the and the Pakwesindo Masikapa. Abomudi Yaduma, Biguso, a buying Sisayano, or approaching Munamuse Mubaya auditing. And I'm auditing, or Moko, ye can say. A site,
yeah.
Koshe quite way na we are no more koshe or my or movie and they agree on a certain amount. I'm say 2.8 billion or so. Bibisa. Say no, or we are satisfied. Or Mubitria. Kakrebi or Honoma na they are in dispute of that. I know case okay, but the Muntia Madia Mammy. Then the Kufaduma Keno Furata order say, Untria Pakwesi Indum Nisikamano. Oh. Yes, sir. O flew our cigar away. Look, Pakwesi Ndum, Echo Fa Gary Nebako as lawyer. Gary. Esafa Gabi as a Rochidako. Or Mumiu as the lawyers.
Inner circle.
And what catcher or say, oh dear, Mon Jessica Noma, Yencheno 50-50.
Oh.
Oh dear, Mon Gemma Menamo 50%. That means 50%. Besi o mo ko papa isi won tua da because o tua ne bank ne besa baba etu won tua da ende obi ti baby e sympathize. Look at the number of Ghanaians ano mu yadwuma e wo GN Bank nkwa.
Yeah,
Heritage Maye, Capital Maye, we Maye.
The bank be am din Bruno GN.
Yes. Amafo I decided say they are putting their resources together and make sure say omo grow yi wa ha say.
Okay, Sovereign Bank, Capital Bank.
She me bank. Me nyina akwa ye foreign. Say nye South Africa na Nigeria. Sika omunya nyina no ekọ omukrom. Sika omunya nyina ekọ omukrom. Heritage Bank nyesika ewo Ghana ha. GN Bank nyesika ewo Ghana ha. Uni Bank nyesika ewo Ghana. Capital nya ewo Ghana. Eso so yesi empeni sa.
Heritage the same.
Wom si empeni sa. Enti no sika bi omubenya bia no omfa nkwa monone. Aden. E dey trimodin sem no.
How?
Now you Ghana ni na wote ho na wo so sa de we so. Na wo so say indigenous banks no egro Ghana for Angasa banks no etimi gina enye Ghana for na be adwuma
exactly
obi be say foreign banks no say Ghana for nso na adwuma there yes managerial positions no how many Ghanaians are there
yeah
go and check
Hopeson Sumo meba or say I'm happy that Hopeson Adorye saw the dangers ahead of Nanado government and opted out early because it was in that administration he became popular by slapping an opponent in the studio. I'm sure by now he has regrets behaving that way.
Administration.
Deborah, I don't know what does.
I don't know yet. I work on my propriety.
Exactly. Good evening, Kweku. In fact, I really like Hopeson, how he makes his analysis. That's white costume man is hell for Ghana. He really must be prosecuted and jailed. The government must confiscate all assets. He has let people die out of pain and anxiety, especially those whose money is locked in various collapsed banks. I am Ben from Kaswa. Okay, a lot of messages are coming. My mention was also, hello Kweku. I am euphoric to see the former finance minister Ken Ofori-Atta face arrest as a custodian of our common purse. He must be held accountable. The special prosecutor's action today demonstrates a commitment to justice, straightforwardness. I eagerly await the prosecution of others who's embezzled Ghanaians' funds. Justice is now. Ghana must work again, and I'm proud to be a Ghanaian. Echo Thomas, no, the free Tema Committee for by. Good evening, Kweku. Please, I'm Ernest Kwanzaa from Dasman. Hey, Kweku, are you really opening my eyes, pal, on those collapse of banks? But I heard that some amount of billions of dollars got lost at BOG. Ken Ofuri Atta is really a Judas. Good evening. I'll say to you all, I am Beatrice from Atiavi, watching you live. I am enjoying the program. I like my big brother because he always say the truth to please. Can I get his number?
Okay.
I see. Yeah, Niperio number there. Joke, I'll say please do back to sender again. Do what? Go back to sender again to Ashanti Bedie too. Something like that. Well, see, please, why don't you get reply for what I wrote, please? Sometime when something, I don't understand what is happening here. Good evening, Kweku. Are you? Or say you are doing a great job for Mother Ghana. May the fire from heaven consume any evil people with their evil heart together with their evil plan, and these people stand against you because of you are indeed saving Mother Ghana. They were paralyzed and rust in their sick bed. Kweku, this program is hitting across the globe. Kweku, why wouldn't you repeat your program on Sunday together with Hopeson Adorye, that Ghanaians would understand certain things that is going wrong? Well, you better say it. Yeah, let me post some messages near Yemra as you better wrap it up. Now, looking at Nipebi say, now the MPP is even making noise. Say, Starley, they call what? Yeah, they call you away no in members of parliament even so air complaining for what is a minority leader no grano saying no before I minority leader I apologize on behalf of the security services majority leader Ayaraga. What is I know?
Oh, suddenly, I mean, parliament.
I don't know the circumstances of person. Well,
no
can I get the video? MCR, Mama video na Mahama Ayaraga video and say, oh, apologizing for the fact that security service got this wrong, and what exactly is he trying to assuage? Say, Obama's apology now, and folks, is the video ready? Take a listen to this video.
I have called the relevant stakeholders in the matter to find out exactly what happened. So, Speaker, it is true that the private residence of the former Minister of Finance was entered into by operatives of the military and the police led by the somebody who we believe works at the National Security Coordinator's Office. Mr. Speaker, his name is Mr. Jakwa. Mr. Speaker, we have investigated the matter, and we want to say and assure our fellow countrymen and our colleagues in this House that we have received assurances from the Office of the National Security Coordinator that it was not intended that that should happen, and that occurrence is most regrettable and unfortunate, and he wants to give this House his word and assurance that a thing like that.
Majority leader no Mahama Ayaraga no na organisms. Quite a number of them are expressing concern. The floor of the House again raising issues to do with the modus operandi of the special prosecutor, and then also allied security services to suggest that that Rambo style no is untenable. Therefore, Mahama Ayaraga finally then rendered an apology on behalf of the security service and so forth. So, Ebasia, is it a way also to embolden others to stand by and say muntimi ma yefi next council share one person as for Hopeson, is this the right approach?
Oh, no dear. One say or a leader of government business. And I'm Crawford so or my you say or move or muhuti say a candy say or my own hukutako. And yes, I say we be in a home, ye be ye the door. For so person government business, ecoso.
Yeah.
Eti no ye no the matured way to calm the tempers and then forward. But I can assure the whole Ghana say this thing will not deter the security services.
That's right.
It cannot. The fair number can I say was special operations director at the National Security Service. And not just operations director, special operations director.
Yeah.
Eti one no war the duties are obey. So on it. Sabe be anyway I couple bomb for sumana head never be yes ya bubo mo sum ni ade as say o come tempest down. I don't know does it mean say as is so mura with your mumra. E to no dey mo fa no no en kwa chese omo ho enyenye yes anuama. Yeah. Says so mura kwa obo bewura. So we are talking about Ghana sika ye lusu any ade eno ne yehwehwe amanfo asori omonya aduane ni amanfo asori nsuo ma omo light dum ede ne kaika ho. We need money to do all those things. And I can tell you say said the TBA no ebekoso omo suspect nkwaa they will come and search you. Omo koye omo antutu ofie ho. And omo anfo omo nsanka obi a ofie ho. Omo wura ho and omo search. Adenti ada say man yet say you got to say where do you see wo kenu for that fie ho. What will be in see but you should be aware hey me so munya like they will come. You who say BBC ofie they will come there and search.
They will come
this is a country. We are building a country.
Exactly. Now,
Etienne say democracy in Tina, what be trans wo titi wo ye dream ni adia. Yes, say democracy in we cannot come and search you. Now we see ka go pass na wudi.
Yeah, I carry 5 minutes then we walk out. Now, still on the security belt, no one say for the IGP continued to stay in office and it's beginning to be very worrying. Police if gusu yedede o minim signals are will pick it on the ground as of now with respect to the IGP still in office.
Memenya peni bi pa ne di nkomo. And I'm gaje say wonim the implications of what is going on.
Yeah.
Ono si wonim pa. And then me throw bibi wo me Facebook, me say time will surely tell.
Yeah.
What say it's just a matter of time. Me kama kumantumia. Men kama kumantumia enye bibia that the America keke ni aye to the binya mutreboko they know what they are doing.
I see.
And no ema meja mu kakra.
Oh, okay.
Na me no wo ka say lobby the kosopa
papa
but you see a toda when you get the opportunity na o messing na one messing forever. And then Bibia obey bia enka hu enyo obi afebiem wa won yete no wo koye na no let the people know say yes this is you and say na wote me hu IGP a wa ba so hani aso ayi Facebook live no nam odru ba bi obi chi ni kala we no aje no onum na kala we le no yeah say then ekwan na wonam ha ni ehia hemfo ha ede ne kai ka ho si papa yi o president did that chi bia na accident so on it
yeah
sadi ya wo ye nyina won se first no kra na wo kwa na pobavo no edi na chi ne colleagues yi COPs no nom didi na chi etom rebi na afi wo mo te se first ni bia eni ade eti in fact maka aka number one worry me in the Ghana Police Service is the break of the chain of command. A break, you know, is serious. Media, me say ya nhwe ya.
There are some
who say within the shortest possible time. Na baby
yeah.
Ajinsem. Robbery ebe kukoso nsem basabasa ebe kukoso any ade.
Yeah.
Obi ti onu mo ti wodin onkasa. What you say? Because okwapo yi wodim de ba be yo.
Sure.
Obi ka bibia say wo ni ato ya more transfer near the woko any ade. Say sasemwe. Emre bi na police officer bi omo call ba bi say ya ana komodi de mu say afi junior officer me onye junior pasa anu one of the commissioners ekoko share wo eye ye kan say officers mess go share officers mess ado budi nkomo neja omo aje omo bi e one bottle bi say omoni papa ibe hu se wone ayi si ho pe asemo aba 3 days time bebefe ni amma kwa no so de no kwa no that region.
Wow.
Because it's obeto say one the colleague eti ho keke. I mean what kind of ayi no I don't know free fa. Wow. The person na mu pay den mo adwuma together. Look, me many free abi hu Ghana Police Service. This is the first time but who say sir dichotomy yet so wide.
Very.
So womo aye huhu womo a womo ba na mfori mu hwanhwa mo kuda lo mo ne opombo nu hwan womo nyina wotumi say enye se na program ni police service no mo but na nti say ya be create para ayi e wa ha say every unity bia ye wo nkrofo bi omo ye yi police ni di nkomo kra no hu say yon wan fo ni bi ba no osro ho anu aka na no atum because wo be ka asem no wo yi kwame danso woti ho anu afro wo na woti ho ka asem ye den no I mean what kind of ayi no e basa e be ye den adamotima ya adwuma e dia ball man Ghana is not about one person though.
Yeah.
It's about all of us. About all of us. And now go for do. One retire.
One retire.
And Hopeson Adorye convoy.
Not at all.
Not at all.
Oh,
Bibia wo ashase bia no. E wa wiye. Etime de me maka. Me say so. Say government of Ghana and this are buying. Yo,
good. Message Hopeson Adorye because this is a developing story. But Hopeson, quick one. Yes, man can just 100 years. Ewo ati having a wama. Messages good. Niya some keto cho. Na, yes, 100 years of ati.
And I mean, omu se miso fa.
The whole of
that day. In fact, no. Na kesa miko. But miko kumasi the previous day.
Okay.
And I'm be drew Sunday. No time I'm be drew yano.
Yeah.
Because me driver me kodoma ayayi. But ombe hu me enche.
That's right.
Say I gave my pledge. So me person me deko.
Exactly. All right, folks. Shannon so say this very Wednesday midweek Frontline. Ayebe no. Ti ase say Frontline 81 year. Wednesday any be di 1 year. Ti eba any 1 year o. Afini ebe di 1 year. Wednesday ya ebe. Enti ma men can tell listeners and viewers. Ubetimi asene videos, audios, namofemra, your views about this program so far. Ubetimi a short video now what they are what they are your WhatsApp number is 0202973461 net yabo on Wednesday.
Memro 1 minute.
Yes, my name 1 minute. All the views in a symphony now, how you've seen the Frontline show, how the program has contributed to your society, your community, and if you like Ghana as a whole, pay your views. My program no yensanka a short video and our audio recording. Our WhatsApp line is 0202973461. Back in Canina. On Wednesday midweek Frontline that program.
Hey, and me fa kwanya iso na ka den shen. Ya your boss Owura Sedu Agongo. Wednesday na se me be show so eti so what ya say wani su be ba no matoto yi champagne ni ade aba. You be champagne so
I tell you eti folks yakopon adema Wednesday ni bibia be happen ewa ha say still of course program so ebe course folks me the moon here. This has been the Frontline, and of course my guest has been Hopeson Adorye, or a director special duties movement for change, and Menono Edinko, of course also national security operative still in the security angles. Now this Oforiata issue is seem not to go away anytime soon. Now say the for instance, special prosecutor and the red alert atonosono in some Ebamo. We are following this issue with papa till its logical end up. Then they be free mabana ultimately to ensure say sika and I say a bagana photo me the folks. But the Musi National Show program where the YouTube with me aqua in the back. Now they are more down for a friend, a brother, and sister. Nina near they build it and you're my call. Until same time I come your way Wednesday. My name is Quick One, and up next Air Class TV News. Bye for now.